Well, hello there. First of all, I just want to let you know this video is not intended for kids, as well, there's going to be a lot of topics in here that are a little hard to hear, and I swear and make constant profanity. And let me just say, this is going to be a gruesome video. So, in the sense that of what we're talking about. So, yeah, don't click on if you're a child. Just saying. Hello, my beautiful Foxies. Today we're going to break away from my usual Sims 4 content to talk about something that needs to be addressed. I know I haven't posted in a while, and I apologize. I've been taking like a mental health break for a bit, but we need to talk about this. So, Velma. What the actual fuck? So, we need to talk about what a train wreck this show is in only 2 episodes. I feel like the creator of this series was relying purely on nostalgia because this series is not a train wreck. So first of all, let's go dive into the main character, that is Velma. So Velma is supposed to be the main character. She is extremely unlikable. She is a narcissist. She is a bitch. She is kind of a horrible person. She tries to kill somebody within the first 5 minutes of the movie. Not actually kill, but like, spoiler alert, and I don't care. She dresses as a psychopathic killer and tries to attack Daphne and her friends. Also, in the first 5 minutes, we have talk of casual nudity in the pilot episode, and, well, they're all nude, so. Also, the main characters are all in high school and supposedly 15, because some of them, spoiler alert, haven't hit puberty yet. So apparently it's now normal to sexualize pedophilia. Yeah. This show is off to a great start. So, basically, Velma, this horrible character that you're supposed to like, but she's not likable. She's also racist. Let's be honest. Velma, half of the racist comments that appear in this series, which is... Sorry, that was my phone. Half of the racist comments that appear in this series, which is ironic considering this show promotes itself as being basically forward-thinking, and everything is so racist. So, Velma is the most racist character of all of them, which is funny and ironic because she's black and we're trying to, like, put black people in a better light than we do have with all the racial stuff against them. And now we basically made the main black character basically the hugest racist I've ever seen in media. Every single comment she makes about a race is a stereotype or racist. And it's bad. Now, if we go into the next character who we meet, it is Daphne. And Daphne is... Well, the Daphne you know in the original series is, you know, a bit of ditzy. She's not spoiled or anything, but she is an heiress. She's quite rich, and she's pretty smart in her own right. She can be ditzy at times, danger-prone Daphne and all. But her character has definitely evolved throughout the series from, like, the beginning to, like, modern series. Yeah, this was a downgrade. So, she went from a little ditzy, danger-prone Daphne, has her good moments, can be smart and brilliant at times, to a great fighter and quite the girl boss in the Scooby-Doo movies, to a mean girl and a bitch. And we made her such a mean girl and a bitch. And Asian for some reason. Now, I want to go out here on a limb and explain that besides Norville, everybody has unnatural hair color. Oh, sorry. Besides Norville and Fred, everybody has unnatural hair color. Because, Well, basically the girls. The girls have a natural hair color because Velma has this auburn hair and she's black. And Daphne's Asian for some reason with red hair. Also, I don't know what it is about media with girls with red hair lately, but we seem to like make them horrible people because the stereotype that redheads have a terrible temper, which has been since disproven since the 60s. So, what the actual heck? But there seems to be an issue with redheads lately in media. I don't know what that is. But redheads are not like that. So, and if it is, it's just a horrible stereotype. The whole that has been since just proven since early science. Now then, Daphne, again, horrible person. She's basically the mean girl of the school. She has horrible friends, and I'm not even gonna care. Spoiler alert, the victims so far in the first 2 episodes are Daphne's friends, meaning her friend group is clearly being targeted. It's not hard to figure out. Fred, who, like I said, Fred has not gone through puberty, and he is literally probably 15. He's also a man-child, spoiled rich boy who can't do anything on his own. He literally has slaves to cut his food. Like, I say slaves, but he has servants to cut his foods for him. But they don't present that well, so they're like basically, that's why I said slaves, because they do not present Fred's servants well in the series, and they literally like him basically as slaves. And they do, and his dad is a horrible, abusive person, and his mom is just willingly letting this all happen. And oh my god, his whole family is horrible. Now on to last but not least, Shaggy. Shaggy's only defining character is that he is a simp for Velma with a huge crush and doesn't like drugs. That's it. You know, we took all the memes about Shaggy being a stoner, and basically we're like, nah fam, we're gonna make him black, but he's gonna be anti-drug. Oh, and Scooby snacks are in this series, but they're Norville snacks now, because Scooby doesn't exist in this world. So, Norville, which is Shaggy's real name canonically, so we've now just changed his name to Norville in this, so basically in my mind, he's not even Shaggy anymore, he's a whole completely different character. Norville is a child actor, and all these stoners in this world really enjoy Norville snacks, which were his key merchandise. His key product he sold as a child actor are Norville snacks, which are basically this universe's Scooby snacks. The series has so many problems. On top of that, like I said, none of the characters are really likable. So, for example, Velma's mother left her and her family, or was missing, and we're led to believe that something bad happened, but also she left because apparently she's just that horrible of a person. Apparently Velma was a horrible child who literally gouged her mom's eye out in one, apparently, and that's why she left, among other things. The series is a mess. But Velma is in constant guilt and doesn't want to solve mysteries because of that, so she has these like panic attacks. So that's another key characteristic about Velma. She has panic attacks all the time just because she's triggered by her trauma from when she was a child. It's not a good series. This is what who is this show for exactly? Because if you're trying to pull off nostalgia, you're making everybody mad. If you're trying to go for a certain audience, who's your audience? Other than racist people, because this show highly relies on its racism. So there must be a very small audience of racist people that enjoy this content, which they would have to be some bit of forward-thinking racists, because also, like I said, we replaced every white character with a color one except Fred, and the only white character is not shown within a good light. So, there cannot be people that enjoy this. There has to be a very slim amount of people that actually enjoy this garbage. This is a dumpster fire. Like, what the actual fuck is this movie? Sorry, series. It is an HBO series. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. But going more into the storyline, we've basically taken all the OP stuff from the Scooby universe and thrown it out the window and made up her own story. So, for example, Velma doesn't need glasses. Those glasses she's wearing, they're her mother's. And that begs the question, Velma, if you're wearing somebody else's glasses because that's the only thing left of her when she went missing, how do you see where you're going? I put my mom's glasses on as a cute kid when I was, young. I couldn't see a thing. Because when you wear someone's glasses that aren't your prescription, you can't see anything. The world becomes blurry to you. Those aren't her glasses. Those are her mother's glasses. The world should be completely blurry to her, unless they're her reading glasses, but it's canonically shown throughout the series that her mother very much needed her glasses, so I don't understand why Velma's wearing glasses that clearly don't work for her based on this. And then also begs the question, Velma, canonically, loses her glasses a lot and can't see. This is the opposite. This is implying that she can see, but she's putting on glasses enough she no longer can see anymore. But we're going to just pretend that's not a thing and walks around with glasses, even though she can't be able to see anything, and just walks fine. They might as well be reading glasses at that point, because she can see just fine. Which doesn't make logical sense. Another thing is that she has this present she won't open, which was the last thing from her mother. Okay. Here's the thing. If someone I cared about left me something and then died or went missing, I'd open that and then treasure what the item was. She really refuses to open it basically until basically her mother is found. It's been years since her mother went missing. At that point, I would have opened the gift and treasured what the item was forever. Not to mention, apparently it doesn't mean much because in episode 1, she throws it in the garbage. Because she's over her mother for a brief amount of time and she throws it in the garbage. Okay. Clearly it doesn't mean that much to you. Clearly your mother doesn't mean that much to you. Because even if your mother left you, you'd still want to treasure a memory of her, right? Like, that's someone you highly cared about. Just because you suddenly believe that you were a horrible child and that's why she left, because your dad said so, that you suddenly don't want the long-lasting memory of her ever. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. This whole show is a dumpster fire. All I can say is the creator of the show, and I have seen her name, but I can't remember it right now. But honestly, who hurt you? Who in your life hurt you that you see the world this way? Who hurt you? Because you're treating every character in this world as not likable and garbage human beings, and honestly, who hurt this poor girl to write a story like this? Seriously. Also, can we also point out that all the characters being picked off are the friends of Daphne. I'm not a psychologist, but I do know a little about psychology. But based on the content of this series, it seems like this is ragey venting towards a certain person from the writer themselves. This seems like they have unchecked anger towards a certain person from high school, and they're taking their anger out in a series that's not good. Because we're targeting a certain crowd for these murders, and it just looks like there's some unapologetic, unaddressed anger in this series towards a certain person, We've basically just used Scooby-Doo to vent this anger. This series is a mess. 0 out of 10, don't watch it. It's not worth your time. I don't even. I'm probably gonna still watch it just to get YouTube content. Because now I'm just generally curious how bad it's gonna be, but honestly, don't even bother. I'm only bothering because I'm probably gonna make content on it. To spoil everything and tell you how bad it is, because, oh my god, the thing is all over the place. First of all, like I said, Fred is, not going through puberty. Velma gets arrested, first episode because of these murders. Then Fred gets arrested for these murders. Fred goes to trial, and they try to prove him innocent, and Velma does a really good job both of ruining his reputation, but also proving him innocent, basically making him look like he's a useless man-child that can't do anything on his own. Well, this triggers Fred, because now everybody's laughing at him, because his father has abusively conditioned him this way. So now he freaking has a mental panic attack and goes crazy in the courtroom and is found guilty of the murder and goes to jail. And that's the end of episode 2. I don't have high hopes for this series. I honestly don't. What are we trying to establish here? I don't know. This series it's got a lot of work. Also, can we point out that we took the Mort Shad jock character and made him he's self-absorbed, but also has insecurity issues and a small penis. That's literally his traits. He's self-absorbed, insecure, and has a small penis. And they don't take any time to not take a moment to they basically make fun of that as often as they can, that Fred has a small penis. I'm sorry. This person writing this clearly has an anger towards a certain crowd, has decided to use Velma to vent her anger, and is purposely making fun of and targeting the popular crowd, from the jocks to the popular Mean Girls. Also, can we take a moment to address that in episode 1, somebody gets their leg chopped off during Velma's awakening because Fred defended her and threw a paper cutter at him, and he gets his leg chopped off and does a whole speech for her, and nobody takes the time to acknowledge that the boy has just got his leg chopped off and is bleeding out on the school hallway floor and is probably dying, and nobody cares. What the actual fuck is this series? I'm sorry. Just don't bother. It's a mess. It's not good. It's a mess. Just don't bother. Don't even. Well, that's it for today. I just really had to vent this and talk about this, and I would have done a whole video to show what was going on with this, but this series has so much fucked up stuff going on that I didn't want to take the time and effort to edit and censor everything. So, yeah, this series, oh my goodness. Just don't even waste your time. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today, my beautiful Foxies. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Well, hello! What are you still doing here? Well, if you liked my video, you might as well leave me a like and leave a subscribe and a comment, all those YouTube things, so that Daddy YouTube will help me grow and become more famous. Not that that's really a necessity. I don't really care if I'm famous or not. I have plenty of friends and whatnot, and they all mean the world to me. But hey, it'd be nice to have a little recognition on YouTube. But whatever, just be nice and leave a like and a comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Ugh, my VC face is not lining up with my face, and it's kind of bugging me. Bye, guys.